Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today we're located in La Quinta, California, getting set to take on this very challenging course. It's the Stadium course at PGA West, designed by none other than the man behind TPC Sawgrass, Pete Dye. Diabolical, Frank. How would you describe the layout of the golf course?
I think diabolical is the first thing that would come to mind. This is how Pete Dye got his reputation, by building these type of golf courses. Matter of fact, in 1987, the players voted. They didn't want to keep coming back here. They thought it was too tough. But it has been used as a tour qualifying site. So if you think it's too tough for the regular pro, you imagine trying to qualify for your PGA Tour card and playing this is a tough test.
Frank, what's the player facing now with this approach shot here at the first?
Well, Rich, that tee shot looked like a draw off the tee. The second shot, because of that bunker just short right of that green, suits the cut coming in here. Should be safely on deck.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Tough game, Frank. You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
So a tester from 4 feet. One under early in the round. Trying to stay steady, make a par. Drops it, and he's at even par. Teed up here at the second hole, Frank, this is a short par 4, measuring about 370 yards.
While it mightn't have the yardage, it's certainly made up in strategy by all the bunkering down here, Rich. And it's really two bunkers that you've got to, or two complexes that you've really got to worry about. One down the left, you'll see, is about 285 yards to carry, and then that next crop comes in just about 300 yards. So you've got to decide whether to go over the bunker on the left and short of the other one, or even lay up to the right, perhaps short. And that's where you realize this is very much a two-shot hole, and play it that way. That's an absolute beauty.
Good chance for birdie here. Short iron in hand. The approach now to the second hole. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
All right, Frank, what's the player looking at here on the second hole with the approach shot?
Well, Rich, notice the bunker that cuts into the green on the left side. It turns it into a crescent-shaped green. So really there's three distinct sections, the one in the back, the one in the middle, and the front. Just be very wary of where the flag is here. Even par currently.
In the hole, and that'll bring the score to 1 under. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. So 2 under early on. Frank, Pete Dye certainly gives you a variety of holes, and we see that. Granted, 3 par 4s to start, but each one with a different look.
They certainly are, Rich, and it's amazing what one good bunker will do. And the bunker I'm referring to is the one down the left side. That's about 285 yards to carry. It's the sort of bunker that keeps you honest. I'm loving that balance.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, through the years, we have seen countless what we would call good ball strikers, great swingers of the golf club, but there is something else that separates those kinds of players with the truly great achievers in the sport. What is it?
Great achievers have more than one plan. I think most players, it's always good if they're playing their golf. But what do you do if your driving is off or if your iron play is off? Do you have a plan B? Great players not only have a plan B, they have a plan C as well. And that's the difference. So when you set foot on the first tee, you've also got to be aware of, what if my driver doesn't go as well as I would like to, or my iron play isn't as sharp? Can I still compete?
So they can turn 74 into a 71.
That's right. And at the end of a 4-day tournament, the 71 doesn't look so bad, even if somebody shot 65 that day. Remember, as you know, and both of us know now, when you look at 4 days, someone always plays average for a day, but they don't play bad.
Golf tournaments aren't 100-yard sprints, they're marathons. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
What a great shot. Right next to the hole. It's about 5 feet.
Frank, this looks to be the kind of approach shot here at number 3 that a high-level professional would like to hit.
We don't see as many guys cut the ball as what we used to in the sort of Lee Trevino days. So really the modern-day player likes to hit the ball right to left, and this is a second shot that certainly suits that.
This won't hurt him. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. -2 early in the round. Would love to get this one. Big putt for birdie. So Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
Frank, we're not at the beach. We're in the California desert. but I'm staring at plenty of sand right here.
Yeah, looks can be deceiving here. This is where somehow you do have to focus on exactly where they put the flag, and that's on the green stuff. Green is 36 paces deep. If you can just focus on that and don't let Pete Dye's sort of weirdness with all that snaking bunkers left and right, then just try and approach it as a straightforward par 3. I know it's easy to say, hard to do.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That is classy.
Yeah, chance of going in.
200 yards to the flagstick.
Frank, this TPC Stadium course in La Quinta, California has quite a history, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Every style of golf, age group, whether it's someone trying to get their tour card at the tour school, skins games played here from 1986 to 1991, even the PGA Club Professional Championship, they've all come and played here. It's so good to see it on the back on the rotation. But I've got to say, the one thing, and I was there, in 2000, it was the PGA Tour Q School. It was won by Stephen Allen, who was an Australian player. But the worst thing I've ever seen on a golf course happened on Alcatraz, 17th hole there. Joe Daly, who was looking like he was going to make his PGA Tour card, had a putt of about 3 feet. And I think he was playing with Craig Perks, who went on to win the Players' Championship. Joe Daly hits this putt. It hits the back of the hole, the liner in the hole, and popped out on the front lip. Never saw that before. It was amazing. And as luck would have it, Joe Daly missed his tour card by 1 shot.
That was as cruel a twist as I have ever seen in golf.
Putting a good round together now at 4 under.
Second shot.
-3 now for the round.
Well, here we are at the first par 5 of the day, the 5th, 535 yards. Frank, break it down.
It's called double trouble. Reason why, there's the lake on the tee shot on the left side, and then he's reversed it up there on the second shot. He put the lake on the right.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at Eagle coming up. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
You want to know the difference between good scores and average scores? That.
Right there. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. That moves to 5 under par. Clean this up with a tap. That puts them at 4 under for the round.
Well, the architect Pete Dye is known for visual intimidation. We see it at TPC Sawgrass at the Players every year. And you see it right here, Frank, at this 255-yard par 3/6 with water everywhere you look.
Yeah, you could make an argument here that it suits a little bit of a cut, like a Lee Trevino-style fade that starts at the left and moves its way to the green, but then that's also moving back towards the water. Conversely, if you try and fly it over that water on the right side with a little bit of a draw, then the green starts to run out on the left side. Have I made it sound hard?
That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. How good has the swing tempo been?
Has not lost it since the first hole, Rich. I think that's been the key to the round. Started with that rhythm, even though the winds were out there. The winds haven't abated, and neither has that rhythm.
Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next. He'll need to be strong with this. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Just 5 feet left. This for him would be one drop shot. And that's a bogey.
We're at the 7th now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should. This looks like it's going to find the target.
And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
Settles in over the putt.
Beautiful touch. Nice putt. These putts keep the round together. You have to like that, or under.
Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot, you can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a three-shotter. But if you can get it close to that crosswork that goes there, then certainly this becomes opportunity knocks. There's something about a well-hit shot. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, this has been impressive. Game plan, stuck to it, hitting some quality shots.
He's really done his homework on the golf course, swinging well, and, well, there's a few holes to go, too. And this round could get even better.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
Well, this is going to be an interesting day. The wind is howling, or as they would say in Scotland, just a wee breeze. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This is a cross-country special. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Shouldn't be a problem here. That's birdie, and that's just another example of how everything seems to be clicking today, especially on the greens.
Yeah, good green reading too. You've got to take your hat off to that. The line has been perfect and the pace has matched it.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. He'll take par and move on.
Finishing out the front nine with a pretty difficult par four. Again, water down that right side. Good tempo and rhythm on that swing. Well, that sets up well for a chance at the green here at the ninth. Frank, break down this second shot here at the ninth hole.
The second shot's a little bit like the tee shot. We know that the biggest trouble is on the right with the water, but there's also a bunker between water and green. So Pete Dye's enticing you to try and play the correct shot, which is one that just moves a little left to right towards the flag. And there is a little bit of relief. You know, if you just miss it a touch, you're in the sand, not the water. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. So the second of the par four goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Just a couple of feet. Takes care of business. 5 under par. Lining this one up for par. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Excellent front side. Trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Excellent looking shot here. That's a good spot right there.
Sin cut.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, is this a definite green light, the approach at the par 4 10th?
Well, there's enough opportunities at PGA West for the long hitters. This is an opportunity for the really good iron players. This is where they have a chance to shine, because a good iron player will give himself a birdie putt here. A poor iron player here, all of a sudden they'll find trouble.
That is a beauty, a real beauty. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count. And that is 9 under for the day. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. Now at the long par 5 11th. They call it eternity with good reason. It is 617 yards. Frank, what's the game plan here?
Hit it as long as you can, hopefully only a couple of times, and you can get fairly close to this green. Little pitch up there, but even if you go for this green or try and get close, that's when you start to notice the water that comes in on the left side, so you can't just bash away. Might only be a couple of bunkers in play off the tee, but they have to be avoided. What a great shot.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5. And from the fairway for his second shot here.
That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, what's involved here in the third shot now at the par 5-11?
Just really setting up a good angle for that third shot. This is, when you lay up, it always pays just to check where the flag is. You want to sort of have a nice, comfortable look or angle to the flag.
That is classy.
A chance of going in.
Chance to get it close here. This becomes a different kind of battle out there today with these strong, gusty winds. Players will have to think, they'll have to take extra club, and this will not be easy. And getting ready for the putt. Continues to putt beautifully. Now -10 for the round. To the par 4 12th here at PGA West, short at 363 yards. They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Frank, the beauty of golf, we're not playing inside a dome with no wind. You have to be able to handle the elements.
You do, and that's really where the better player comes through. On a day like today, anything around par is going to be a good score, so just adjust your own mental par. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank here at the par 4 12th, getting ready for this approach shot. Good chance for a 3.
There is. Notice the contours on the green. They sort of slope towards the back and down that left side. So you can actually use that in your favor with this approach.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
This is a good-looking shot. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Now that is a shot that will be replayed over and over. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Now at the par 3 13th, and Frank, in some ways this is vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. His use of wooden bulkheads, plus the fact that he gives you that diminishing line. The further you go back into this green, you realize it's a larger carry. It just sort of reeks of something that's hit to the front mid-right of this green.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. And about 210 yards to the flagstick here on this par 3. Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Locked in on the read and the speed. Oh, hello there. Really nice putt. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Moves to -8. 14th hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. Two options really: poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play, 290, 300 yard category, and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge in.
That was just a beautiful drive and hit it solid and right in the middle. They'll pay a little bit of a price for missing the fairway here because from that rough, you cannot control the spin on the golf ball.
Now the approach shot here at 14.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Frank, why are great rivalries so important? Why do we love them?
I think because people like to sit on one side of the fence. You're either for or against a great player. And I think we see that today with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. There's the McIlroy fans that think his future is so bright. There's the Woods fans that still want him to pass Jack Nicklaus's record. That's the beauty. You've got to have an opinion, and you have to have a player.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed. It's no snack, though. Oh, another one goes in.
Just a couple of feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Frank, if a player needs to make a big move at the close of the round, how could they get at this whole location and make a birdie? They call this turning home.
I think that's where you have to be a little more aggressive off the tee shot. A drive of 280 yards can certainly take those two bunkers down the left out of play. There is one in the distance down there, 350 yards, so even the longest hitters can still hit driver down there. You imagine pumping one down there, sort of 340 yards. Now you turn a long hole into a drive and wedge. That's how you get aggressive. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my own.
And it looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through.
Frank, what are you thinking on this second shot here at 15?
Well, if mentally you could take out all that bunker complex on the left, this second shot would look extremely straightforward. And that's really the way you've got to play it. You've got to act like those bunkers aren't there on that left side. And therefore you can go straight at this flag. This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now we'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish. But, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
He has this attempt for par. In for par. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Under on the day.
Now to the par 5 16th. Frank, this is a pretty solid hole.
Like all the other par 5s here, length gets a big advantage here. This hole, as you mentioned, bends to the left, and that bunker can be taken out of play by the longest hitters. 326 yards will get you past that. Otherwise, there's sort of a V shoot down the right side that everybody else has to respect. Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look.
Shouldn't be a problem here. That has to feel good. That's a birdie. Settles in over the putt.
Nine under for the round.
Well, Frank, the most famous island green obviously is TPC Sawgrass, Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. Pete Dye's creation. People forget this is also an island green here in the California desert.
And it's called Alcatraz, and I've never heard of anyone trying to break into Alcatraz.
This one looks right on point.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Frank, can you recall a situation where before an important round, an instructor gave you one small tweak, maybe flare your left toe out, or just shift a little bit of the weight onto the back foot, where the instructor gave you that one small bit of advice and it made a huge difference?
Yeah, the list is too long, Rich, and it's normally just someone that you've trusted over the years, and we all make just little bad habits. Sometimes you're stooped over a little bit more than normal. You're not standing tall enough. The ball is too far back in your stance or too far forward. You're making a funny little move, or your grip is different. It's always the little things that add up to the big problem. Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Thank goodness, Frank, back on dry land here.
As long as this one avoids it.
So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop, this now the third shot. So Frank, he'll take a drop here.
Yeah, he'll take his medicine, take his penalty shot. The hole's not over yet.
That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club?
He'll need to be strong with this. Getting set now over the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. So just a formality here. You're running a little hot right now. Cool down just a little bit. Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards, but again, we've said it all day long. Water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's three groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. It's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3-wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with.
Frank, I think what sets golf apart from other sports is that the fan can get so close to the great athlete as the round is being played.
Yeah, well, that's why the sport itself, and we consider it more intimate for that reason. You know, most golf spectators play the game, whereas other sports, you don't see NFL players sitting in the grandstand. You see spectators, but most golf fans are golfers. Oh, I liked that.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Frank, this approach shot seems pretty straightforward. Just don't hit it left.
Yeah, it's a tough second shot. It's that visual. Once again, you've got that green that's angled to the left. But once again, like a few holes out here, you do not have to hit directly at this flag. You are allowed to move that flag mentally 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Appears to be tracking well. Slight miss, and he'll have to deal with some of the heavy grass. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Count that. That's a birdie. Putt for par. He needs one. Seven under on the day. Frank, that was just a dazzling display of golf today.
It's amazing how a game at times that can be so hard and just absolutely drive you crazy can appear to be so simple. This was just an absolute joy to watch today.
So that'll do it for Frank Nobilo and our entire team. I'm Rich Lerner. Until next time.
This is EA Sports, PGA Tour coverage coming your way. We are here at TPC Sawgrass in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. Rich Lerner, pleased as always to be alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all the action. Frank, what are the keys to success around the stadium course?
Staying dry is one thing, Rich. Water is everywhere. It's tempting, it's punishing. And also remember, ever since this golf course was established back in 1980, we've seen every type of player win this, from the straight to the long. But the only common denominator out of all the champions that have graced this great golf course is nerve and the ability to finish.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, what's the best way to get at this first hole?
Ideally, you want to go with a short iron. Makes it easier to keep the ball on the right level.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. One under early in the round. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. In the hole, and that'll bring the score to 1 under. Second hole here at Sawgrass, 532-yard par 5. Frank, considered one of the easier holes on the golf course, is that right?
Yeah, you don't have to hit it miles down there. Anything that turns a little to the player's left certainly helps. There are some trees down the left side. Just want to avoid those.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark. Second shot.
Well, that was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Frank, there's a real art to putting a good score on the board, isn't there?
Yeah, that's why stroke play is so tough, Rich. You're trying to minimize everything on a golf course, turn a 6 into a 5 or a 4 into a 3. It's like even off the edge of a green, trying to get up and down in 2 rather than 3. And you've got to do it for 18 straight holes. Straight holes. If it's a 72-hole tournament, then you've got to do it for 4 straight days. And that's why that's always been the best predictor of our best players, the ones that can go 4 days and make the least number of mistakes.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That was not a very good read right there. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just 5 feet left. So 2 under early on. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Good score going, now at 2 under par. Frank, a nice mix of holes to start. So here we go with a par 3 at the 3rd.
Very narrow at the front of the screen, and that bunker too, you don't actually see it off the tee, the back left bunker, and it sneaks into that left side. So if that flag is on the left, just be careful. Oh, this is right at it.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hit the ball in the right place there, and yep, good thing too. He's actually putting well.
With authority, count it as a par and 2 under. So much focus here, Frank, on 16, 17, and 18. Number 4 is a hole that gets overlooked, but it's a fun one.
Yeah, the second shot here is more daunting, especially when that flag's on the left. So you really do start looking at that blue stuff, water. What a great shot. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Frank, this approach shot here at the fort is not a long one, but it could end up disastrous.
It can. You have to be very aware of where these mounds are on this green. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Second shot, good look at the green. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
That is a solid par putt. This will be a birdie if it drops. Putting a good round together now at 4 under. Frank, how about this par 4 fifth?
I lost count the number of bunkers here, off the tee and sort of in play with the second shot if you're in trouble, or even the one that's sort of left and long. Really good par 4 though. Fairway somehow has to be achieved if you want to reduce this par 4 to just a simple 2-shot.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards.
Oh, if this is up, it's good.
This is the second shot at the par 4. And so the approach shot finishes up some 25 feet from the hole.
Yeah, not his best, but certainly not his worst.
This is a cross-country special.
Looks like he just misread that. And getting ready for the putt. That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
These putts keep the round together. Oh, my goodness, Frank, that is painful.
Oh, yeah, you'd rather miss the hole at times, wouldn't you?
Just a couple of feet. No problem at all. Good putt, and stays at 4 under par. Just a tap in to finish the hole. In for a bogey. Frank, what do you think of the 6th? Pretty short par 4.
It is, but you come out of that sort of corridor and fairway opens up and then it narrows up, bunkers to be around. Very, very few people hit driver here.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that, hanging in the sky.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut. Every time we go back to the players, there's always the talk. You know, the meetings that we always have, too much about 17. And yet, everywhere we go all over the world, and even when I played there, the one hole that was talked about in the locker room was 17, how unfair or fair it was that day. And it's the one hole that spectators always talk about. So in a way, 17 is TPC Sawgrass.
You know, Phil Mickelson always said it's like walking on a balance beam, that if it's 2 feet off the ground, it's no big deal. But if you raise that to 25 feet off the ground, yes, it's the same task, it's that same beam, but you know, you look down and you're in some trouble. It's the moment that makes it really hard. And when that crowd goes silent, and they always do, especially on a Sunday, when that ball is airborne, they go silent for that 2 or 3 seconds while it's hanging in midair, and you don't know, wet or dry, victory or defeat. It's really still one of the best moments in the game.
Yeah, 17 is golf's version of vertigo.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track.
Setting up for the approach, this player in total command.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The decision-making, club selection's been spot on, but the execution, the swing, is really what I'm admiring right now.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here.
It's that sneaky distance.
Wow, I thought he made that.
Just a fraction too aggressive. Remember, line and speed go together.
Sometimes you want that birdie so badly, and all of a sudden you're faced with a lot of work, more work than you had hoped for, just to make the par. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Steady, solid, and at 1 under par right now. Frank, what do you think of the 7th?
Interesting par 4 for two reasons. The undulating green on the end of the hole that also shapes to the right, that makes it look like a dogleg right. But really, you want to play that tee shot just inside those pot bunkers down the right side.
Frank, this is good golfing weather. Nice, strong breeze.
I'm loving that balance.
Good contact, good result. Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more. Rich, these winds haven't subsided at all today. It's certainly a tough test out there right now for these players.
They get your attention, don't they, as a player?
They have club selection right now, vital.
You put the ball back in your stance just a little bit?
If you're going to hit it down.
Frank, you've been there. What's the best way to approach this next shot at the 7th hole?
There's a lot of mounding on this 7th green, to the right and the left. You can use those mounds to kick the ball to the flag.
Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good looking shot right here.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Starting to put something special together, 6 under par.
Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Now at -2 for the day.
Frank, 17 here at TPC Sawgrass. Gets all the attention when you look at the par 3s. Justifiably so. But number 8 is a daunting challenge in its own right.
It is, longest of the 4 par 3s. Plus, it's just littered with bunkers around the side, the back, and the front.
That is a really good shot landing close to the flagstick.
This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. With authority, count it as a par and 2 under. Frank, the 9th is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there, then go to the right, then sort of wedge it on the green. But it's very tempting, especially in the right wind conditions. And that's if they're coming over your shoulder for a right-hander from right to left. Then this par 5 is very reachable.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
There's something about a well-hit shot.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Second from an excellent lie.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Frank, this is all about plotting your way around. Now the third shot at the ninth.
Yeah, there's a reward for a precise short iron shot in here. If the pin's on the right or the left, precision pays off.
On fire right now. 7 under par. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Score that. Birdie. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Frank, where's the difficulty on this approach here at the 10th?
It's really the shape of this green. That little front piece, you have to be right on the money there. And then, of course, that green starts to open up and then move to the right.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now we'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable, that never deviated offline.
That's how the best in the world play it, Frank.
Well, I'd say a little lucky that it went in, but it was always going to be close.
Now a 7. Rolling the rock, Frank.
Oh, and yet another birdie, Rich. Beautiful stroke.
Now to the 11th, par 5.
Good tee shot, and then you certainly think about hitting a hybrid or a lofted fairway wood into this green that's really narrow, one of the narrowest on the golf course. There's a little pot bunker left of this green when you go for 2 that often swallows up that second shot if it's a little bit too conservative. But there's a lake there. Seen more than one ball splash in the pond over the years.
Frank, it may be obvious you'd rather have a ball sitting up perfectly in these fairways as opposed to the deep rough off to the left or right. But how is a player able to take advantage when he has that good lie?
Well, anything better than that would be sitting on a tee. That is a perfect lie. It almost guarantees good contact.
But this one has a chance to be really good.
Second shot.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, the scoring club is in hand now. Chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, coming from that left side, you've got a full view of this green. And you can see the mounds, too. Use the mounds to your advantage.
Doing whatever he wants with that golf ball. Moving it left, moving it right, hitting it straight when it's called for. He's doing it all. All right, Frank, the 11th is a reachable. What's the right strategy?
Well, it feels like that green should be about another 30 or 40 yards to the right, Rich. Makes the player aim left, and it's such a narrow green, but it's worth the risk.
No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. And getting ready for the putt. So a tester from 4 feet. He'll take par and move on. Up to the 12th, Frank, and a good birdie chance here.
Yeah, good old length, short par 4. This green really divides itself into about 3 sections. There's a little piece to the right, piece short left, and the one at back left. So as long as you know where the flag is, just push that ball into the section where it is. You get up there, you're only going to have 10 or 15 feet left for birdie.
That ball's run out certainly over 300 yards, Frank. Call it about 310.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. So the shot has landed, I'm not sure if it's on the mulch or in the mulch. Either way, it's in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, he doesn't have mulch of a shot you left.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Well, that's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey. Could really use this one. It's for birdie. Well, the great hits just keep coming. Moves to minus 11 on the day. Minus 3 now for the round. Frank, 17 gets so much attention here at the TPC Sawgrass, but 13, par 3, is exciting in its own right.
It is, and it's actually more difficult than 17. One of the reasons it's longer, and also the green here. 17 obviously has two sections in it, front and top. This has, I don't think there's a flat piece on it. And every now and again we watch a ball roll all over this green and actually find the cup for the odd ace.
That will be a great look at birdie.
Surely not.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. Frank, historically in this great championship, 14 has proven to be a pivotal hole.
Everybody focuses on the finish here, but you're absolutely right, Rich. This can be an absolute scorecard record because if you spin your drive left, the drop back, perhaps on the ladies' tees, you can make 6 in a heartbeat. You try and air to the right, you can make 6 from the mounds. So a good drive down 14 gives you a chance for that fast finish.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, there's a lot to factor in on this approach at the 14th.
You can favor right side of this green and sort of allow the contours of the green just to move that ball to the left.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Ooh, so close. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Knocking down all the shots today, now at 13 under. He's putting for par now. Knocks that putt in for par to stay at 3 under. If you're just joining us, we're at the 15th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 449-yard par 4. Frank, what's in store here?
One of the prettiest tee shots on the golf course, Rich. Once again, you're coming out of a chute of trees, big bunker down the right side. Really, you want to hug that right side, though. It gives you a better entry into this green.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, what's the key on this approach here at the 15th?
Well, knowing exactly where that pin placement is, Rich. There's mounding, there's that little gut out of the right side of the screen. If you miss your mark here, that ball can easily finish 30 or 40 feet away.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach giving him another good look. Frank, once again, precision is so important as we look at this second shot to the 15th.
Yeah, you're looking at the flag here. You're looking at birdie. But if you miss, that big bunker on the left will swallow it up. And there's two little pop bunkers on the right. Tough to get it up and down.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say. Really. This is an awkward length.
Oh, I thought he had that. How does that not go in? This one just requires a little bit of focus. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just the tap in to finish the hole. Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. Now the start of the gauntlet, 16, 17, and 18. Par 5, 16. Frank, Tiger made birdie here all 4 days in winning in 2013.
Fred Couples made that fantastic eagle many years ago. Hole bends a little to the player's left. You don't have to hit driver here if you're a long hitter, but you really must move that ball right to left. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290. Oh, I liked that. Second shot.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Second from an excellent lie. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here. Putting a good round together now at 4 under. That shot falls for a birdie. Frank, how early in the round are you thinking about the shot at 17?
Well, when you're playing well, you're pushing it ahead. Maybe you don't think about it till 14 or 15. If you're struggling, you might be thinking it early as the 5th or the 6th hole. But put it this way, when you make the walk from 16 to 17, you are thinking of it every inch of the way.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Yeah, about 145 yards left here.
And this one just seems to be moving a little left in the air.
Not too bad. And getting ready for the putt. Hit it.
Now it's at sneaky distance.
There you have it. Well done. Great putt. Needs this for par. 4 under on the day. Now one of the more difficult holes in golf. The 18th here at Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. In 2013, this hole averaged .39 strokes above par. What makes it so challenging, Frank?
Just that big body of water that's to the left of 18 here that's also shared to the right of 9. Not a single fairway bunker on this 18th hole. So really, lack of definition. It's so hard to find a target here.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Good contact, good result. Frank, you found dry land, that's the good news, but now you have this second shot, which is very daunting.
Yeah, once again, you're looking at water on the left side, so the tendency is to miss it on the right. But that's a very, very difficult up and down. This is another second shot. You just got to brave it.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That will be a great look at birdie. Now he just needs one final good swing here. The approach shot to the last.
That green's starting to look a little smaller than what it did earlier in the day.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Good chance here. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
There you go, 68 for the day. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Frank, that was an impressive round out there today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this tournament plays out.
Okay, and hello, Brendan. Hiya, Brendan. Yeah, listen, my dad and I are here. We'll give you a game tomorrow night. Is that right, Dad?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, we'll give you a game tomorrow night. All right, buddy?
Yeah.
All right, my dad's looking forward to it. So
Enjoy the walk with the dog.
he said, enjoy your walk with the dog. All right, buddy? All right, my dad's looking forward to it. So he said, enjoy your walk with the dog. Hey, Red Venom. How are you, mate? Thanks for tuning in. I'm so sorry, mate. I'm just about to sign off. I do apologise. Okay. Oh, sorry. Bloody hell. I've got a double sound. No, it's all right. He can hear me. That's all. They need to turn the microphone. Yeah. No. That's me. I was making sure my voice was activated. Right. Okay, guys. All the best. Hang on. Right, guys, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate it. And Venom, thank you so much, mate. I appreciate it. And yeah, everybody else there's so many people on at the moment. So thank you all very much. My dad says thanks as well. And thank you for watching us tonight. Appreciate it. And we're back same time tomorrow. Peace. Huh? Yeah, I'll give you another.